in bed with fever. Beside my bed is a window, and I like looking out at all that's happening around me. It distracts me from the aches and pains. The cherry leaves are turning a dark green. On the maple tree, winged seeds spin round and round. There is fruit on the wild blackberry bushes. Two myna birds are building a nest in a hole in the wall above the window. They're very noisy about it, quarreling like good married people. Bits of grass keep falling on the windowsill. High up on the spruce tree, a hawk cuckoo calls, "I slept so well, I slept so well." And so did I, happy bird, despite the fever. A small squirrel climbs on the windowsill. He's been coming here every day since I've been ill, and I give him crumbs from my plate. A boy on a mule passes by on the rough mountain track. He sees my face at the window and waves to me. I wave back to him. When I'm better, I'll ask him to let me ride his mule. The leaves are fresh, pale green in the spring rain. I can look at the trees from my window, look down on them almost, because the window is on the first floor of the cottage and the hillside runs at a sharp angle into the ravine. I do nearly all my writing at this window seat. Whenever I look up, the trees remind me that they are there. They are my best critics. As long as I am aware of their presence, I may avoid the thoughtless and the trivial. In the days when I walked a lot, I went among the trees on my hillside often, acknowledging their presence with the touch of my hand against their trunks. The walnuts smooth and polished, the pines patterned and whorled, the oaks rough and gnarled, full of experience. The oak had been there the longest, and the wind had bent its upper branches and twisted a few, so that it looked shaggy and undistinguished. It was a good tree for the privacy of birds, its crooked branches spreading out with no particular effect, and sometimes the trees seemed uninhabited until there was a whirring sound, as of a helicopter approaching, and a party of long-tailed blue magpies shot out of the leaves and streamed across the forest glade. After the monsoon, when the dark red berries had ripened on the hawthorn, this pretty tree was visited by green pigeons, the kokla birds of Garhwal, who clambered upside down among the fruit-laden twigs. And during winter, a white-capped redstart perched on the bare branches of the wild pear tree and whistled cheerfully. He had come to winter in the garden. The pines grew on the next hill, but there was a small blue one, a Himalayan cheer, a little way below my cottage, and sometimes I sat beneath it to listen to the wind playing softly in its branches. Opening the window at night, I usually had something else to listen to. The mellow whistle of the pygmy owlet, or the cry of a barking deer which had scented the proximity of a panther. Some sounds I could not recognize at the time. They were strange night sounds that I now know as the sounds of the great trees themselves, scratching their limbs in the dark, shifting a little, flexing their fingers. Sometimes there would be a strange silence, and I would see the moon coming up and two distant deodars in perfect silhouette. We must love someone. We must keep loving all our days. Someone, anyone, anywhere, outside ourselves. For even the saddest crane will grieve over its lost companion, and the seal its mate. Somewhere in life there must be someone to take your hand and share the torrid day. Without the touch of love, there is no life, and we must fade away.